What's up, guys? This is Courtney, one half of the Resident Deconstruction here, and I'm bringing you my review for Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. And as usual, spoiler warning. Wakanda Forever is the last movie in Phase 4 and the sequel to Black Panther. Most of the cast from the first movie returned with a few new additions, such as Tina Huerta Mejia, Dominique Thorne, Michaela Cole, and a few others. This was a big task by director Ryan Coogler. Putting together this film after the death of Chadwick is something that I can't even imagine having to complete. And to clear things up, because I have gotten into a Twitter argument over this, and I've seen another review that cited this inaccurate information. Chadwick did not die during the filming of this movie, like early stages of filming of this movie, contrary to popular belief. Ryan Coogler turned in a draft of the script like a couple of weeks before, and there are interviews where he states that he turned in a draft before Chadwick passed. And he did a recent interview where he even mentioned, he reiterates that he turned in a draft before he passed away. So that was not the cause of the stoppages and the delay of filming. Moving on, because that really actually annoys me that people think that. I do want to say that I like the movie, and you should go see it. Now, I am going to go to a second viewing, and I should probably wait to record this review until after I see the second viewing, but I don't think that I'm going to have time to edit it, record it, edit it, and then get it uploaded. So while I do enjoy the movie, it's not perfect, and I do have issues with it. Starting with the things that I have issues with in order to end the video on a positive note, with the things that I like. There's a lot going on in the movie. As of recording, I saw this yesterday, which was Thursday. So I've had a day to think about it. The CG is very video gamey in parts, normally where there was like quick movement of the subject and focus, along with moments of focusing on an actor that maybe has added CG to or around them. There was also some green screen issues where the background was a bit off, and you can tell that it wasn't real behind the actors. Now, regarding the story, and again, I've given my spoiler warnings, I have a bit of an issue with the mid-credit scene of Nakia revealing to Shuri that she has a son with T'Challa who's also named T'Challa. Now, I think this might be Marvel's cop-out reasoning for the statement that Kevin Feige made about not recasting Chadwick's T'Challa. Now, John, who you guys may know is like the third brother of Deconstruction, but not by blood, he said that he thinks that they're going to use that child actor like a decade from now as the new T'Challa, but I just really don't like that idea. Beyond the naming convention, though, I thought giving T'Challa a child was touching. So, I mean, I will say that. But I do have some logistical issues as far as like when this child was had, because he looks about 6 or 7. And without knowing when this movie takes place, whether it's like current 2022 or like a future year due to Endgame's time jump, I would guess that T'Challa got Nakia pregnant right before Infinity War, which is fine, but at the end of that first movie, at the end of the first Black Panther, knowing that like them being together was only a possibility and it wasn't explicitly stated, and really, just kind of like hinted at that they could maybe rekindle their past love, leads me to not buying all the way into the whole idea that all of a sudden she has a son. It does seem somewhat rushed. Moving on with a death of a character, I actually don't have an issue with the death of Queen Ramonda, although I do think it's slightly excessive. Leaving Shuri with nobody, like immediate family-wise, behind, except for M'Baku, who promised her, who promised T'Challa to be her counsel. I just think it's a bit much. Though I'm not bothered by her death, I think the character she helped save, Riri Williams, probably didn't need to be in the movie. Riri Williams and Everett Ross could be cut out of the movie if we're being honest. The more that I think about it, that's how I feel. Riri factors in a major way into the plot. And Ross has a subplot in the movie that's kind of based around the conflict between Wakanda and Talokan. But it really just feels like how Iron Man 2 was when they focused so much on S.H.I.E.L.D. and setting up the first Avengers movie. So I think removing those two could have given more room to characters like Okoye and Namor and even cut down the movie a bit. And I mean, I didn't mind like the 2 hour, 41 minute or 42 minute runtime, but it's still a long ass movie. Beyond the CG and the previously stated story parts, I can't recall having issues with anything else, really. The things I do like or did like are the acting. Everyone does an amazing job with the material they're given. And the Wakandans grieving gives perspective about what the actors did in order to bring this film to life. I actually think Letitia Wright really stands out because she's the emotional center of the movie. Angela Bassett does a great job of what she has as well. And she has a couple of different moments where she monologues and you really are able to tell that Ramonda just simply wants to protect her remaining family, her people, and her kingdom. Winston Dukes M'Baku has a couple of like hilarious scene-stealing moments. And Tenoch Huerta Mejia as Namor just does a really excellent job of giving us another, you know what? He has a point, type of antagonist. Namor isn't a villain though. He's a mutant. And yes, he does say that in the movie. That is simply trying to protect his people. Now, I also love the surprise cameo by Michael B. Jordan's Killmonger, and along with what I believe he represents, as well as like the cinematography, costume, and set design. That was amazing, just like it was in the first one. Now, I do wonder where they'll go moving forward with Shuri as the Panther and Queen of Wakanda. But, I mean, we're really just going to have to see at this point. So if I were to give it a rating, I'd probably give it a 7 out of 10. That's my review for Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. I hope you guys enjoyed. I might do a longer form, like a longer type of review thing, maybe a podcast episode about it. I'm not entirely sure, but I just like the more that I thought about it, and the more that I kind of talked to a couple of friends about it, I just felt like I had to do a review for it. As always, guys, I appreciate the support, whether it's 1, 5, 10, or 100 views, and I will see you guys later.